In fact, let's take you back into the the 1960s, and there you are. You're just a kid in grade school, and your teacher says, "Okay, you kids, who wants to argue on behalf of Nixon? Who wants to make the case for Kennedy?" You wound up with?
I wound up with Nixon. 1960, Mrs. Boyle. 6th grade, we had a debate.
Right.
Now, you gotta know that I didn't care about Nixon, Kennedy. I cared about Davy Crockett. I cared about Willie Mays. I cared about the action guys. Right. All right. So she selected me to do the debate because I never shut up. I just never shut. I know that's hard to believe, but I never shut up. And the woman said, "All right, this kid, put him in the debate." So I went home, and my mother was for Kennedy because my mother's maiden name is her side of the family is Kennedy.
Right.
All right. So my mother's side of the family didn't know anything about Kennedy, but since his name was Kennedy, they liked him. And he was Catholic. Right. That was huge. All right. My father thought Kennedy's father, Joseph Kennedy, was a crook. All right, so he didn't like him. He didn't like Nixon really much, but he said, "Look, Kennedy's father's a crook, made all the money selling booze. I don't like him." So anyway, I said, "All right, my father seems to be a little bit more articulate than my mother."
So your father gave you the talking point: crook, booze.
But then I sat down. I said, "Okay, Dad, give me some information for this debate," and that's all he had. He goes, "That's it. That's all."
And he was happy with that.
Yeah,
he wasn't searching for more.
And I went, well, why is Nixon? Why do you like Nixon? And he goes, "I don't like him." And I panicked. I said, "You don't like him? What am I supposed to say in this debate?" So anyway, the debate went on, and it really didn't matter because after the debate, they took a vote, and Kennedy won by a landslide because he was Catholic. It was a Catholic school, right? That was it. And I couldn't overcome that. You know, I kind of hinted we might have been Episcopal. Nobody bought it.
That's great. So you have these great anecdotes from your childhood in the book. What do your childhood friends think about this Bill O'Reilly that you have become?
It's funny. That's a good question because I still, as Brian pointed out, hang with those guys. You know, we go every 2 years. We go on this what I call the Real Men of Adventure trips, and there's a picture of all these slugs in there in the book.
There's a lot of pictures.
But they don't really talk about it that much. I mean, they'll ask me once in a while what was Obama like, or what was McCain like, what was Bush like, or this and that. But it's not a like, whoa, you're on TV. Now, I think it's more of a, why isn't he in prison? Because that was in my neighborhood, that was the betting odds that this guy will be in prison. Because some of my friends did go to prison. Right. They did. There was a kind of a divergence in the late 60s when the drugs came in and the age of Aquarius, and I write about that. I was lucky because I was an athlete. So I went into that kind of a thing. But a lot of the Levittown guys went into the drugs and got in a lot of trouble. 3 are dead. 3 of my old friends are dead.